Hello again. Reflecting on a big new for me, which I suppose would help me eventually in regards to what I want to do when I get my degree, which is going into teaching. I've been leading for the past 2 days on a half-term camp, which has been very interesting, should I say the least. So they asked me to lead the sports section. So putting together their daily programs, various sports and activities for a bunch of different age ranges as well. So I've been working alongside the community development officer, coming up with the designs in terms of what we want to do with them. Also with the children's ages, ranging. It's for open age from 5 to 16. They've got a rough idea of numbers and how many will be attending, so we can work from that to give us a bit of a guide, but also have a bit of a contingency plan along the side just for numbers increased or decreased, obviously. To look at that, it's been a big challenge for me, especially being used to sort of just coaching one subject normally outside of a kind of school environment, where you find that the kids want to go there. They come off their own back. It's not like school. They're being forced to go, so they want to partake, which makes your job a hell of a lot easier. With this, a little bit like school, some parents have to work, so they send them with us for the day. It's very interesting. You've got to come up with different ideas. You've got to keep them with you, keep them engaged. As I nearly found out, once you lose one, you start to lose a few more. You end up with a little battle on your hands. But made easier by the fact within the organisation. There's lots and lots of. I think there's at least 60 volunteers on the books. Young volunteers themselves, on 16 to 18, so college students, things like that. They were a big help, especially essential in terms for safeguarding and health and safety. In regards to the ratio of children to adults that were there leading and supervising. Also with the volunteers, speaking to a few of them, they've been there for quite a while. The organisation will look at you in two different ways. In terms of, you've been there for a period of 6 months, or X amount of hours, then they'll look to covering you, either paying you some form of wage for doing it, depending on what it is, and in terms of what they're bringing back in, or the funding, on what goes on from there. Then also look at putting you on different qualifications. So it's a great opportunity for some of these younger kids that are volunteering. They can go out and they can go and get their FA football level 1, netball, basketball, whatever they choose to do, and obviously within reason and cost to the organisation. Which is great. At least there's something there for the volunteers in that respect. Although obviously that's not the whole purpose of volunteering. The whole purpose is to gain experience and knowledge in your chosen field. And now managers of firms are actually accommodating more for volunteers within different workplaces and organisations now. In terms for the work that they set out, you will find a reference for that at the end on my reference list. So yeah, on a plus point from my volunteering role, I've lost count the amount of number of hours I've done. I've easily covered the 20, which now they've offered me paid coaching roles on Mondays and Wednesdays. One doing the homeschooling on a Wednesday morning, which I've just previously mentioned, so that gives me opportunity to work on cycles, periodization, with them doing blocks. So I've just done netball, so a nice progression for that, I suppose, will go into basketball, and so on and so forth, which is good stuff. So I'm quite happy about that. Nice bit of paid coaching work. I'll do for me, and that's all for now.